biscuits and Now biscuits.
BPNG addresses money laundering challenges. NEA calls on PPL to ensure reliable power grid. And Pacific Orientation Workshop commenced today. A very good evening. This is National EMTV News. I'm Malinta Yopolo. Thank you for joining us. Bank of Papua New Guinea Governor Elizabeth Guinea says Financial Action Task Force holds PNG to account, but the country's anti-money laundering challenges need to be addressed in its own right and not only to satisfy FATF standards. Guinea made this statement today at the Anti-Money Laundering Conference held at APEC House.
Welcome the Governor of the Bank of PNG, Elizabeth Guinea.
Governor for Bank of Papua New Guinea, Elizabeth Guinea, says for the first time, Bank of Papua New Guinea has brought together delegates from public and private sectors, placing emphasis that its response for financial crime risk demands all of the society's efforts spanning across government, business and civil societies. Guinea said grey listing is a challenge, but it is not a catastrophe. It is a call to action. And what will define Papua New Guinea is its determination to act and respond decisively, to strengthen its systems and to demonstrate that it is serious about reforms.
Our AML-CFT legislation, enacted in 2015, provides us with a solid foundation. Our banks and financial institutions provide strong reporting of suspicious transactions through the Suspicious Transactions Report submitted to FASU.
She explained that the mutual evaluation report identified key deficiencies, particularly in the flow of information and the level of cooperation between government agencies, which is very critical to the country's success. To address this, Guinea said BPNG is establishing a formal interagency coordination framework with clear protocols for intelligence sharing, joint task force for prioritizations and monitoring of reporting obligations across agencies.
This is not simply about meetings. It is about ensuring that law enforcement, regulators, prosecutors and supervisors are working from the same information and acting in unison.
The BPNG governor further stated that BPNG will also strengthen its collaboration with regional and international partners, drawing on said experiences and technical support from its strength. She concluded that this conference comes as a turning point for Papua New Guinea. By working together, PNG will build a stronger AML framework and contribute to a stronger AML framework across the Pacific region. Jacinta Doctor, National EMTV News.
Meanwhile, the governor for BPNG, Elizabeth Guinea, says come February 2026, Financial Action Task Force will formally place PNG on a list of countries subject to increased monitoring.
Guinea said Papua New Guinea does not know for certain what will be included, but it can anticipate the main points in a formal action plan based on the mutual evaluation report at its understanding of its own risks.
While we are on the grey list, we will be subject to increased monitoring with regular updates to the FATA on how we are improving. As part of our work so far, we have been working to strengthen our understanding of our AML-CFT risks and vulnerabilities in an updated national risk assessment.
She said it is a fundamental requirement of the FATF. They want to see that countries truly understand their vulnerabilities and risks in relation to financial crime and money laundering and implement systems and processes that mitigate the identified risks and work for all the conditions, adding Papua New Guinea is no different. However, she said Papua New Guinea has the government's commitment to pass needed laws on legislative changes to strengthen the country's ability to take action.
Beyond legislation, the government has given its full commitment at the highest level to drive these reforms. Cabinet has endorsed AML-CFD as a national priority, and all agencies represented here today are under clear instructions to align their efforts with this objective.
She said FETE focuses on the effectiveness of the country's systems, and with PNG grounded in understanding its own risks, it needs to turn information and reports into law enforcement, prosecution, and confiscations. Guinea says deficiencies outlined in the mutual evaluation report require a whole-country's approach. She added that if Papua New Guinea saw credible enforcement outcome and demonstrate a system that is effective and decisive, the impacts of grey listing on its economy can be minimized. Jacinta Dr. National EMTV News.
A 3-day Pacific orientation workshop for magistrates commenced this morning at the APEC House in Port Moresby. The workshop provides a platform for magistrates within the Pacific to come together, share and learn lessons from experiences as they aim to improve the justice system.
The IPU's Oval was filled with all the church groups to attend to several events hosted by the Enga Provincial Government to coincide with the Enga Provincial Day tomorrow, one of which was the installation of the resident judge for Enga Province, Justice Graham Ellis. While welcoming His Honor Justice Ellis, this was Pastor Josephine Allo's comments.
Enga Province, you enter to a prayer. We have been sharing tears, crying. Enga is full of widows and orphans.
The Minister for Justice and Attorney General Pila Niningi urged different sectors to work together to combat law and order in the Enga Province.
Nupla judge come, or Narbla judge Emigolong, circuit law Narbla districts, beyond, or Narbla judge along. Come back, kissing place, work one them. So me like us same. Good play along, you may cooperate, assist. Now work must come up.
In his keynote address, the resident judge had this to say.
Violence in Enga province. I was so sad because it seemed that all my work from last time I was here had gone to waste.
He further said the people of Enga has shown that they want the National Court to hear cases as quickly as possible.
Clear desire of the people in Enga province to have the National Court hear cases as quickly as possible. An indication of that came recently when I sat in Baisu to allocate a hearing date for everyone who is in prison awaiting trial in Wabag.
Samantha Solomon, National EMTV News, Enga.
Chief Magistrates of Papua New Guinea, Mark Pupaka, revealed this morning that the 3-day specific magistrate orientation will allow magistrates to gain valuable insights and enhance their skills in carrying out justice.
Chief Magistrate Mark Pupaka, while delivering his address today, explained the relation between Papua New Guinea and the Solomon Islands magistrates. He said currently there are PNG magistrates serving in the Solomon Islands.
We have had about 3 principal magistrates from Papua New Guinea serving in Solomons. There was one chief magistrate from Papua New Guinea. And on contract, and it was a different arrangement. But from country to country engagement, we've had the Judicial Enhancement Program, around which our magistrates served in Solomons.
The Chief Magistrate outlined the objectives of the workshop.
Seeks to, among others, familiarize ourselves with legislation and administrative resources that are available, how that can be utilized to prepare magistrates to be better serving on the bench and conduct around the ethics of things.
The orientation workshop places an emphasis on the important work of the magistrates in the society.
Outline for ourselves what it means to be magistrate, what it means to be impartial, what it means to be fair, and what it means to view people and appreciate and understand people who come to the courts with disputes that we are asked to resolve.
He alluded to the oath and promise that was signed to become magistrates.
To uphold the law and understand people's conflict and resolve them in an impartial way, cost effectively.
Benson Wema, National EMTV News.
Following the launching of renewable energy subsector policies yesterday, Managing Director of National Energy Authority says the challenge now lies in harnessing these energies. Mr. Meketa said Papua New Guinea is a country that has reached potential in the 5 renewable energy subsector policies, while some countries can only utilize 1 or 2 of these energies.
The potential is rich, but how do we harness it? Getting all the sectors working together in collaboration, synchronized, and prioritizing key sectors that will drive our dreams of downstream processing, special economic zone, decarbonization for the industry, especially the mining and the petroleum sector, meeting our ESG targets, and of course, connecting our rural communities where it matters most.
He said people striving to connect their homes to electricity and water through road access in respective districts is not in a synchronized and coordinated approach.
Everyone is doing their bit. So how do we get them to come in and get them aligned through a single power sector development plan that is in line with the government policies that we are driving towards that, so that the resource package we have is not spread and there's no leakages, but we can maximize in connecting homes, improving and utilizing the scarce resource we have.
Meanwhile, Managing Director for NEA says PNG Power must prioritize Port Moresby power grids and ensure it is reliable. The Managing Director says Port Moresby is the capital city where majority of the government services and development partners are. Therefore, PNG Power must make POM grids reliable.
Getting our partners to rally and support the funding request that PNG Power is getting, hopefully Treasury can sign up on all those outstanding on granting or on lending challenges we have, so that POM grid can be reliable. And our call is a united call to especially Treasury and Planning. Full support must be given to PNG Power to make POM grid and Ramu grid especially reliable, and they can consider offloading the high cost centers to the provinces as spare water.
The MD said this is part of the decentralization policy that the governors agreed to and was endorsed by the National Executive Council. He said the government has already provided the vision and given policy directions. Agencies must now drive them.
Given the level of support we have received from the government, we must work with haste to connect those centers and improve the livelihood of our people.
Mr. Meketa further highlighted programs NEA will launch.
The other core sort of program that we will be launching is the Power Purchase Agreement Guideline. We have been working closely with ADB. The guideline will show a clear pattern how IPPs come in and engage with PNG Power.
National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Chicken kebab saja, ha? Yum.
This different. Chicken curry, my favorite.
Kebabs for you.
Yum.
Stir fry for you. And chicken curry for us.
Magic in every meal, 1 cube at a time.
You get big data and big value with Telecom Good Pillar mobile data plans. From only 3 Kina, you get 1 gig for 24 hours. And for only 150 Kina, you get 130 gigs over a whopping 30 days. And with loads of Good Pillar data plans to choose from, there's a small, medium or large plan to match your budget. Dial *777# to subscribe. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
Dreaming for more than the life we know. There is more to what the future holds. You need holy man to walk one time. Oh, 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 oh. We dare to be living incredible things. Oh, 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 oh. With money plus we're ready to go.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henow, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
The farm scheme have a very positive impact. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for us.
I work here not just carrying the name, but I carry the flag as well. I'm very proud. We're celebrating the 50 years of independence here or back home.
I am very proud to be a Papua New Guinean. Really happy that PNG has made it up to 50 years of independence.
Happy independence, Papua New Guinea 50 anniversary.
The GWM Tank 300 has all the amazing creature comforts you want. And it really loves going off-road. Hop into Barocco Motors for a spin. Book a test drive today.
I'm Martha, and each week on Kai Time, we'll introduce you to local food businesses showcasing their delicious dishes. Plus, you will discover how to make tasty and affordable meals using ingredients from your local markets. Tune in to Kai Time every Wednesday at 7 p.m. right here on your number one to watch, EMTV.
You're watching National EMTV News. The Mineral Resources Development Company notes concerns raised on social media pertaining to outstanding royalty and equity payments for certain landowner groups in the PNG LNG project. MRDC confirms that royalty and equity benefits for its PDL-1 landowners in Ella Province have not been paid due to a court order stopping the bank account opening process.
MRDC commenced the process of opening of bank accounts in April 2024, but could not be completed due to ongoing disputes amongst clan leaders and the court order taken out by landowners known as Walape Mara, restraining MRDC from opening the clan bank accounts in PDL-1. The state lawyers have gone to court to set aside the court order so MRDC can complete the bank account opening and directors election process and have the benefits paid. For Heights PDL-7 in Hela, royalty benefits from 2014 to 2021 and equity benefits from 2014 to 2017 have been paid. The royalty benefits from 2022 to current and 2018 to current will be paid once the Central Bank of PNG releases the royalty payments to MRDC. This also includes the pipeline and plant side landowners. MRDC is currently working with the National Petroleum Authority, Department of Finance for the Central Bank to release the royalty benefits so they can make the royalty and equity payments together, as is the process for PDL-7,
pipeline and plant site landowners. MRDC has urged the clan leaders of PDL1 involved in the dispute in court to resolve their differences amicably so their benefits can be released to them. The company is liaising with BPNG to have the royalty payments for PDL7 pipeline and plant site released so the benefits can be distributed to the landowners. PNG LNG project royalty and equity benefits for PDL2 Kutubu and PDL3 and 4 Gobe have also been withheld pending the resolution of a number of disputes. Pakatambua National, EMTV News.
The third National Climate Change Summit commenced today in Port Moresby under the theme Empowering Inclusivity and Accelerating Climate Action for a Resilient and Sustainable PNG.
The summit, a third hosted by the Climate Change and Development Authority, is a forum that intends to bring together key partners and stakeholders in the different sectors to discuss matters related to climate change within the country and abroad. This two-day event aims to also center Indigenous and youth voices in policy dialogue and innovation and align sectorial and provincial policies with Vision 2050 and NDC targets. It also aims to promote collection, access and use of climate data systems for research, tracking, climate tagging and evidence-based decision-making. Minister for Environment Conservation and Climate Change Simo Kilepa called on the key partners and stakeholders to work together for climate action. Minister Kilepa emphasized that climate solutions must be built on the voices of women, youth, Indigenous people and the most vulnerable communities. Additionally, Acting Deputy High Commissioner of Australia, Dr. Kate Rogers, commended Prime Minister James Morobe for his leadership in driving climate action. Dr. Rogers highlighted Australia's support to PNG in climate action by collaborating with University of Queensland to develop PNG's first infrastructure guideline. The two-day summit will conclude tomorrow. Nicole Rama, National EMTV News.
Meanwhile, during her remarks, the Acting Managing Director of Climate Change and Development Authority, Deborah Sungi, gave an update on the Waigani communique progress.
This project was initiated 2 years ago through the leadership of Minister Simo Kilepa. Ms. Sungi highlighted the CCDA's effort on relocation guideline for the vulnerable villages in partnership with their partners such as IOM, while laying the groundwork for PNG's new laws and damage fund. She said this is complemented by the work at the local level through the Disaster Risk Reduction and Early Warning Initiative for most of the vulnerable population. Ms. Sungi emphasized that PNG remains committed in pursuing carbon neutralizing by 2050, building on the national forest hazard while promoting sustainable livelihoods. She noted that achieving this requires international cooperation and shared to the key partners and stakeholders of the first National Approach project. CCDA have received a total of $63.4 million from Green Climate Fund specifically for RED Plus for the 6 pilot provinces in the country, which are East and West Sepik, Western, Hela, Simbu and West New Britain. Nicole Rama, National EMTV News.
Prime Minister James Morobe announced that Papua New Guinea will strongly support global efforts on climate change during the upcoming COP meeting.
Speaking after his return from the United Nations General Assembly in New York, Prime Minister Morobe emphasized that PNG, as a vulnerable Pacific nation, continues to face rising sea levels, extreme weather and environmental threats.
But many island nations are also experiencing same issues, especially a small island state of which PNG has beg your pardon, the Pacific Island Forum Nations have more of a member small island state. So in that context, we do offer our support.
He said the country will advocate for stronger international commitments to reduce emissions and provide climate financing for developing nations.
The COP30 that is coming up in Berlin would be a time in which PNG will rally behind Brazil and other forest nations in the advocacy for those who have big carbon footprints to assist in the conservation of forestry as an option to support planet Earth in the fight against Earth's warming and keep temperature within 1.5 degrees Celsius. We are, that's part of our adaptation strategy or contribution to adaptation as we also mitigate the effects of climate change that we all face.
The Prime Minister reaffirmed PNG's commitment to work with global partners to ensure sustainable solutions for the environment and future generations. Jonathan Sibona, National, EMTV News.
BSP Financial Group Limited has announced the appointment of Josephine Talpa as company secretary. Ms. Talpa assumes the role from Vadna Narayan, who will continue in a role as BSP Group Chief Compliance Officer. BSP Group Chairman Robert Bradshaw announced the appointment in line with the ASX listing rules and PNGX listing rules. A new resident judge for Enga province was installed today by the Minister for Department of Justice and Attorney General Pila Niningi.
The IPU's Oval was filled with all the church groups to attend to several events hosted by the Enga Provincial Government to coincide with the Enga Provincial Day tomorrow. One of which was the installation of the resident judge for Enga Province, Justice Graham Ellis. While welcoming His Honor Justice Ellis, this was Pastor Josephine Allo's comments.
Enga Province, we went to a prayer. We have been sharing tears, crying. Enga is full of widows and orphans.
The Minister for Justice and Attorney General Pila Niningi urged different sectors to work together to combat law and order in the Enga province.
Nupla judge come, or Narbla judge Emigolong, circuit law Narbla districts, Bian, or Narbla judge along Pavini come back, kissing place, walk one them. So me like us and good play along, you may cooperate, assist, na work must come up.
In his keynote address, the resident judge had this to say.
Violence in Enga province. I was so sad because it seemed that all my work from last time I was here had gone to waste.
He further said the people of Enga has shown that they want the National Court to hear cases as quickly as possible.
Clear desire of the people in Enga province to have the National Court hear cases as quickly as possible. An indication of that came recently when I sat in Baisu to allocate a hearing date for everyone who is in prison awaiting trial in Wabag.
Samantha Solomon, National EMTV News, Enga.
Now we take a look at the Nest Fund market report. The Kina closed lower at $0.2388 US in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, your Kina was buying $0.2313 US, $0.3469 Australian dollars, 0.1890 euro, and 33.87 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, gold is trading lower, coffee closed higher, cocoa closed lower, copper closed unchanged, palm oil closed lower, crude oil is trading lower, and copper closed higher. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed higher, the ASX 200 is trading higher, and the All Ordinaries is trading higher. National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
settle on you.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family. Living each day, knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
Telecom is offering 2 phones at one price. This is a Telecom 121 and Telecom A551, bundled at the price of 199 kina. T121 phone features include 4G compatibility and camera, while the A551 phone features dual SIM and an AF camera. Great value and PNG owned sure feels good. Drop into your nearest Telecom store or kiosk today to grab that pair-perfect phone deal.
As PNG's only ISO-accredited bulk haulage operator, IPI Transport guarantees the delivery of your critical cargo. Equipped with state-of-the-art GPS tracking systems and backed by an experienced team, you can rely on IPI Transport, part of the IPI group of companies.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henau, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
Join me every Thursday night as Sportscene brings to you all the local and international sporting updates. Revisiting our legendary athletes.
Hi, this is David Mead.
Highlighting our local sports developments across the nation.
All eyes on Auckland. Now an NRL team based here.
To create a pathway.
And our talented rising stars.
Hi, my name is Gemma Schnobel and you're watching
all the younger ones would follow.
Sportscene, Thursday nights at 7 p.m. only on your number one to watch, EMTV.
You're watching National MTV News. Prime Minister James Morobe has paid tribute to the late Morobe Governor Luther Wenge, describing him as a strong leader who served his province and Papua New Guinea with dedication.
Prime Minister Morobe said late Governor Wenge was a fearless advocate for the people of Morobe and remained committed to upholding the rule of law and advancing the interests of his province.
I convey my sympathies to the passing of Morobe Governor. I think the body will lie in state on Thursday. And then on Friday the body will return to Morobe. The full respect that is befitting of the man he is as a legislator, senior legislator, leader of the biggest province in our country.
He noted that the governor's passing was a great loss not only to Morobe but to the nation as a whole.
He's been a strong advocate of more decentralization to the provincial governments. It has been a Pangu conversation, but our 50th anniversary work will be a work to make sure that provincial governments are restored to the rightful place in shouldering much of the work that our country needs going forward.
The Prime Minister extended his condolences to Wenge's family, people of Morobe and colleagues mourning his passing.
We would give him the respect he deserves. I want to say thank you to the people of Morobe for your understanding, to the family, my condolences to the loss. In the next 1 or 2 nights I'll be sitting with the family here, and I want to thank Deputy Prime Minister for handling the job very well in making sure that the bridge between the national government and the province and the family is maintained. He is the chief monarch in the passing of our governor, and we will give him respect befitting.
Jonathan Sibona, National EMTV News.
The outcry of Morobe Governor late Lutza Wenge was held at the Sir Ignatius Kilage Indoor Complex Stadium in Leh today, when Gulf District joined the people of Morobe to pay their tribute.
The day of mourning began with a walk from the Huon Gulf District headquarters to the stadium, symbolizing the people's journey of respect and remembrance for their late governor. In a show of unity, schools throughout the district took part in the tribute. Their participation highlighted the late governor's legacy as a leader who championed education and youth empowerment in Morobe province. In attendance were leaders and citizens from various local level governments. The Huon Gulf District presented food supplies and made cash donations as a gesture of respect and solidarity with the Wenge family during this time. Speaking on behalf of Huon Gulf District, Minister Jason Peter reaffirmed the district's deep respect for the governor's legacy. He stated Governor Wenge was not only a leader for Morobe, but a fatherly figure to all. His vision and commitment will continue to inspire many in the future. Amanda Elaitia, National EMTV News.
During a hearing today at the Wabek Courthouse, the National Court ordered the Enga Provincial Administrator Sandy Saka to provide a report before the court on the 10th of October 2025 by the chairman of the Law and Order Committee.
The report should contain information on the progress of the peace negotiations for the fight in Wapenamanda and what remains to be done. As per the National Court order, this was to achieve a personal settlement of the tribal dispute in Wapenamanda district that has adversely impacted law and order in that district. The matter was presided by Judge Graham Ellis. The member for Wapenamanda, Mickey Kayok, was present at the courthouse this morning at 8 o'clock after a summons was issued to him and several provincial leaders. This was after the National Court in Wabek stepped in to address the escalating tribal conflict in Wapenamanda district with Justice Graham Ellis presiding over Human Rights Own Initiative inquiry aimed at protecting constitutional rights threatened by the fighting. Samantha Solomon, National EMTV News, Enga.
Moving to overseas news, U.S. President Donald Trump has given Hamas 3 to 4 days to respond to his Gaza peace plan. Hamas has reservations about the deal, but Mr. Trump says if an agreement is not reached, Israel will intensify its operations in the Strip.
Hamas is still considering this proposal, having only received the plan from mediators Egypt and Qatar a day ago, after the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and the US President Donald Trump presented the policy to the world and said it was something of a done deal, certainly from their perspective. There is perhaps a sense of inevitability here that Hamas will sign up to this proposal, seeing it as the best option after many, many months now of grinding war in Gaza, dire humanitarian conditions, allegations that Israel's conduct amounts to a genocide, things that the Netanyahu government have all denied, but that this is the best deal at the moment, even if it isn't the perfect deal there. We know Hamas has a number of significant reservations around some of the issues in this plan because they have been red lines in negotiations before. Things such as the release of all of the remaining Israeli hostages during a single 72-hour period, the partial and phased withdrawal of Israeli troops from Gaza as opposed to the immediate and total pullback of those forces, and some of the more open-ended and vague statements in this proposal about the pathways to Palestinian statehood, something Hamas has insisted on being much more clear-cut in the past. So while there are some reports, including from the American network CBS, that Hamas is leaning towards accepting this proposal and could have an answer on Wednesday local time, it is still not a done deal. And part of that may well be looking at the issues and calculating the risk here if Hamas says no, particularly when Donald Trump has said that Israel can go in and, quote, finish the job when and if Hamas does not agree to these terms. When it comes to further negotiation, the US president says there is very little room to do so if Hamas comes back with some sort of counter offer. But what he has made clear is that he expects a decision very soon.
National MTV News continues after the break with Trukai Sports. Stay with us.
Accept the challenge. Choose PNG's favorite purified bottled water. True Wara, 100% PNG made.
Proudly bottled by Paradise Foods.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck. Like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too. Like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me. Which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family. Living each day, knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
Telecom is giving its customers nationwide a chance to win 100,000 kina worth of cash prizes. Every week, Telecom will be giving away 500 kina to 10 lucky winners. And our major cash prize of 50,000 kina will be shared to 4 lucky winners from PNG's 4 regions. Plus runner-up consolation prizes for 1,000 participants for data bonus prize. Get your entries to go into the draw to win big. Telecom, great value, and PNG owned, sure feels good.
The GWM Tank 500 has a super luxurious interior with 7 family-friendly seats, and it really loves going off-road. Book a test drive today and hop into Barocco Motors for a spin.
The farm scheme have a very positive impact. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for us.
I work here not just carrying the name, but I carry the flag as well. I'm very proud. We're celebrating the 50 years of independence here or back home.
I am very proud to be a Papua New Guinean. Really happy that PNG has made it up to 50 years of independence.
Happy independence, Papua New Guinea 50th anniversary.
Join us weekly on MTV News A Closer Look, their current affairs program that brings you insight for the latest on education, health,
appealing to all the residents.
Business,
We launched its VPN,
politics,
to infiltrate into our systems,
sports, and more.
As we observe the preparations for the women's.
A Closer Look, Sunday at 7 p.m. on your number one to watch, MTV.
Trukai Sports.
Welcome to Trukai Sports. Papua New Guinea Football Association's Premier Soccer League has resumed over the weekend with its midweek competition played today.
Actions out at the PNG Football Stadium saw Admiralty Island FC has come from behind to force a draw against Gulf Comara this morning. Comara took a lead at the break but failed to hold off the Island boys, who catches the wave to find the back of the net with an equalizer. Admiralty Island FC coach Francis Moyab says they are glad to be back from the break but felt like restarting all over again.
In the first round, it happened like that. We came from kind of a very low level of playing to, getting towards the 1mm. But then the long break and we went back. So I'm pretty sure we are going to come back. Yeah.
Both the teams were inseparable in the rest of the second half until the final whistle. Despite not getting the win, Moab says the result against Comara is a stepping stone for them to build on for their remaining games.
This weekend's game, we've got a very big game too, Highlanders. They gave a good game on the weekend to Comara. So we're pretty sure they're going to come hard at us. But yeah, we are here to play football, you know.
Charlie Dumavi, Chukai Sports.
The introduction of midweek schedule for the PNG Football Association men's competition is concerning with the short turnaround time for players to recover. This was raised by the Admiralty Island FC coach Francis Moyab.
The midweek game schedule will now see teams compete on Saturdays, rest for 3 days, and play again on Wednesday, and rest for 2 days before the weekend matches. Admiralty Island FC coach Francis Moyab says the short turnaround time is not good for the players' welfare in a top competition like Premier Soccer League.
We're playing 3 games in the professional league. I don't think it's on. Yeah, we need to maybe sit down properly and look at it. Because it's taking a lot of boys out of the boys, and I can see a lot of players are going to get injured.
He added that this will have an impact on the competition, where the standard will drop due to teams fielding unfit players to compete. Coach Moyab says to have midweek competition is good for PNG FA to fast-track the competition. However, he says PNG FA will need to assess it again to see if the decision is good for the players and the teams.
Yeah, so I don't think it's feasible to, play Saturday, Wednesday, Saturday, and nothing. Yeah, but it's still handball PNG FA. The onus is on them. If they say it, when it's them.
Despite the concern, Moyab says as a team, they will continue to show up and play to their best, and the decision is on PNG FA to make. Charlie Dumavi, Chukai Sports.
Chukai Sports continues after the break. Stay with us.
Chukai Sports.
Chicken kebab saja, ha? Yum.
This different.
Chicken curry, my favorite.
Kebabs for you.
Yum.
Stir fry for you. And chicken curry for us.
Magic in every meal, 1 cube at a time.
The all-new GWM Power has the best-in-class pulling power. Book a test drive today and hop into Broco Motors for a spin.
As PNG's only ISO-accredited bulk haulage operator, IPI Transport guarantees the delivery of your critical cargo. Equipped with state-of-the-art GPS tracking systems and backed by an experienced team, you can rely on IPI Transport, part of the IPI group of companies.
You get big data and big value with Telecom Good Pillar mobile data plans. From only 3 kina, you get 1 gig for 24 hours. And for only 150 kina, you get 130 gigs over a whopping 30 days. And with loads of Good Pillar data plans to choose from, there's a small, medium or large plan to match your budget. Dial *777# to subscribe. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family, living each day knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
Last year we had 17,000, which is nearly double what our facility is designed max capacity.
Join us every Monday nights at 7 p.m. for In Focus, your weekly news and current affairs talk show, which presents in-depth commentaries, discussions, and analysis of the major current affairs issues in Papua New Guinea and in the region.
Areas involving a politically exposed presence.
Middle income economies, the average is around 12%. For PNG, our average is 30%.
So life insurance is about protecting who you care about.
There are existence of clandestine laboratories illicitly producing stone meth.
Every Monday nights at 7 p.m.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
You're watching Truka Sports. Moving to overseas sports, Australia's women cricketers kickstart their 50th of the World Cup campaign against New Zealand today.
The Aussies will be wanting to break a near 40-year record as the first team to win back-to-back World Cups. Alyssa Healy and her side will go into the tournament as one of the favourites, having won 7 of the last 12 World Cups. But India will likely be Australia's biggest threat on their home soil.
Jannik Sinner has defeated Aussie Alex de Minaur to reach the final of the China Open.
De Minaur pushed Sinner to 3 sets, having won the second, but the Italian maintained his perfect record against De Minaur. Sinner will play American Lerner Tien, who advanced over Daniil Medvedev due to retirement. Lerner becomes the second youngest finalist at the China Open at just 19 years of age.
Australia has claimed gold at the World Para Athletics Championship in New Delhi.
3-time Paralympic long jump champion Vanessa Lowe winning back-to-back world titles for the first time in her career. With gold in the T26 final, she jumped 5.49 metres to win by just 4 centimetres.
That ends Truka Sports. The Morning Plus weather report is next. Stay with us.
Truka Sports. Truka Sports.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
The all-new, powerful GWM Power. Book a test drive today and hop into Barocco Motors for a spin.
Telecom is offering 2 phones at one price. This is a Telecom 121 and Telecom A551, bundled at the price of 199 kina. T121 phone features include 4G compatibility and camera, while the A551 phone features dual SIM and an AF camera. Great value and PNG owned sure feels good. Drop into your nearest Telecom store or kiosk today to grab that pair-perfect phone deal.
As PNG's only ISO-accredited bulk haulage operator, IPI Transport guarantees the delivery of your critical cargo. Equipped with state-of-the-art GPS tracking systems and backed by an experienced team, you can rely on IPI Transport, part of the IPI group of companies.
The farm scheme have a very positive impact. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for us.
I work here not just carrying the name, but I carry the flag as well. I'm very proud. We're celebrating the 50 years of independence here or back home.
I am very proud to be a Papua New Guinean. Really happy that PNG has made it up to 50 years of independence.
Happy independence, Papua New Guinea 50 anniversary.
Martha, and each week on Kai Time, we'll introduce you to local food businesses showcasing their delicious dishes. Plus, you will discover how to make tasty and affordable meals using ingredients from your local markets. Tune in to Kai Time every Wednesday at 7 p.m. right here on your number one to watch, EMTV.
Dreaming for more than the life we've known. There is more to what the future holds. You me holy man, no walk one time. Oh, 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 oh. We dare to believe in incredible things. Oh, 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 oh. With money plus we're ready to go.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
The MoneyPlus weather report for the next 24 hours. In the southern region, Port Moresby, cloudy periods with some rain to showers and possible thunderstorm. Karama, cloudy periods with some showers and possible thunderstorms. Alotau, partly cloudy with few showers. Popondetta, cloudy periods with some rain to rain showers and possible thunderstorms. In the Momase region, Lay City, cloudy periods with few rain to showers and possible thunderstorms. Wewak, cloudy periods with some rain to rain showers and possible thunderstorms. And Vanimo, cloudy periods with some rain to rain showers and possible thunderstorms. In the New Guinea Island region, Lorengau, cloudy periods, then few rain showers and possible thunderstorms. KVN, cloudy periods with some rain to rain showers and possible thunderstorm. Kokopo and Rabaul, cloudy periods with some rain to rain showers and possible thunderstorm. Kimbe, cloudy periods with some rain to rain showers and possible thunderstorms. And Buka, cloudy periods with few rain to showers and possible thunderstorms. And in the Highlands region, Mount Agan City, cloudy periods with some rain showers and possible thunderstorm. Goroka, Barnes and Kundiawa, cloudy period with some rain showers and possible thunderstorms. And Mendi, Tari and Wabek, cloudy period with some rain showers and possible thunderstorms.
The weather update was proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
And that wraps up the news, sports and weather for Wednesday, October 1st, 2025. From all of us here, pleasant viewing and good night.
This news program was proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Gold Nuggets.
Coming up next.